Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing how you can install MySQL and MySQL Workbench on a Windows 11 PC or laptop. So without further ado, let's get started. First we'll download the MySQL installer. So let's head over to a browser window and go to the MySQL website. So I'll be searching for MySQL. Let's click on the first link. Then we'll click on downloads. Then scroll down and click on MySQL Community Downloads. From this page, we'll click on the Windows installer. Then we can select the version and the operating system. Afterwards, we'll simply click on download. Here we can sign up, or we can simply click on this no thanks link to start downloading immediately. Alright, let it download. So I'll come back when the download is finished. Alright everyone, the download has been finished. So let's go ahead and double click it. And the installer window will appear. From here we'll click on the custom option and then click on next. Then we'll go ahead and click on this MySQL server, expand it, select it, and then move it to the right side panel. Then we'll also click on applications, MySQL Workbench, Workbench 8.0, then select it, move it to the right side panel. We'll also install the shell, so go ahead and keep on expanding, select it, and then move it to the right side panel. After that, we'll simply click on next and then execute. Alright, as you can see, the installation has been finished, so let's click on next and then next again. Here in the type and networking section, we can select the configuration type. We'll go with the development computer. Then we'll simply click on next. Here in the authentication method section, we will use strong password encryption for authentication as it is recommended. Then we'll click on next. In the accounts and roles section, we'll have to set MySQL root password. So let's type in. Retype the password and make sure to remember it as we'll need it later. Once you've typed in the password, then we'll click on next. In the Windows Service section, we'll not modify anything, so leave them as they are and click on next. In the server file permissions section, we'll grant full access to the current user and the administrators group, so leave it as it is and click on next. Finally, we can see an overview of the configuration before the actual installation. If everything looks good, we can go ahead and click on execute. Alright, the installation is finished, so click on finish. And now we'll click on next again. And we'll click on finish. Alright, it opened MySQL Workbench and MySQL Shell as well. We'll try out MySQL Workbench a bit later. So let's focus on the MySQL Shell for now. As you can see, MySQL JavaScript shell is opened by default. We can go to SQL shell by typing \SQL. We can also connect to the server by typing \connect root at localhost. Type in the password that we have set earlier. Press enter. Now it is asking whether we want to save the password or not. So let's type Y and press enter. Now we are connected to the MySQL server. Let me clear the window by pressing Ctrl L. Now we can have a look at the databases. So we'll type show databases. Press enter. As you can see, these are the default pre-configured databases. Now we'll also add MySQL to the environment variable. So let me close it Let me open the file explorer. So let's go to our C drive and then program files, MySQL, and then MySQL server, bin. So we will copy this path and then we will open the environment variable. So type in environment variable, then click on this environment variable, then in the system variables click on path, then edit, then we'll add a new one and just paste it. Alright, now click on OK to get out of it. Now MySQL should be in our command shell, so let's type in cmd, open it. Now let's try to access the database. So let's type MySQL, then we'll type the user root and then password -p and press enter. It will ask for the password and provide the same password that we created initially. Then press enter. As you can see, now we are inside the MySQL shell. Now let's create a database here by typing create database customer. Press enter. As you can see, the database is created. We can have a look at it. So we'll type show databases, press enter. As you can see, our newly created database is just right there. We can also use MySQL Workbench to perform the same action. So let's have a look at that quickly. Let me open the MySQL Workbench window. As you can see, there is already a default connection. We can create a new one, but let's try it with the local one. So it is asking to provide the password. We can also save the password in the vault if we like, then click on OK. Now we are connected to the local server instance. We can run any query right from here. For example, we can type show databases and we can quickly execute it to see all our databases. We can also have a look at the schemas or databases. Click on it. As you can see, our customer database is right there. As you can see, this is our customer database. There is no table in there. We can create table by clicking on this create table icon, or we can right click on tables and then create table. Here we can give it a name. Let's call it order. Then we can create some columns. For example, we can create ID, that would be integer, non-null, primary key, and we can create another column. We can call it simply name, and we can leave it as variable character. Once we are done creating those columns, we can simply click on apply. It will show us the SQL script that will be executed. So we'll go ahead and click on apply. As you can see, our SQL script ran successfully. Let's click on finish. Alright, now our table should be created. So we can close this order table and we can also close this result. And we can explore the tables we just created. So this is the order table. And there are ID and name. These are the only two columns we created. You can have a look at this table by right clicking it and then select rows. As you can see, there is no data in this table. We can insert data here as well and then provide an ID, then name, Alex. We can insert another row and then we can type in Emily. Once you are done, click on apply, run the SQL script, finish it, and the data should be stored in the database. We can close out it and then we can again right click it and click on select rows. As you can see, the data is right there. Alright everyone, this was a short video on how you can install MySQL and MySQL Workbench on a Windows 11 laptop or PC. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.